Ashraf Wani has sent us ground reports from Hezbollah headquarters in Lebanon, in other areas as well, to tell you what precisely is the status on the ground. Let's go across now to Ashraf Wani.
I'm currently standing and am the first international journalist from India today who is at the Hezbollah headquarters here in South Beirut. Behind me you can see this was a six-story building when Sayyed Hassan Nasrallah, Secretary General of Hezbollah, was taking a meeting of his commanders in the basement, which was underground almost 15 feet below the ground, where he was taking that meeting. 2,000 pounds of bombs dropped on this building by the F-15 warplanes, which completely brought this building on ground. And after the efforts for 4 days, finally the body of and we would like to take some details from here of the Hezbollah leaders, what really happened here, and what happened after this blast, and what was its impact not only here but also in the periphery. In fact, since then there is regular airstrikes in this area, suburbs of Beirut, and today on Wednesday, 7 airstrikes were carried out by the IDF. Yesterday, a television station was targeted. Its compound was targeted, that collapsed in that attack. And today, a communication tower has been targeted in this area, and we are facing the internet problems in this particular area here in the Beirut. Ashraf for this World Expo.
And let me now bring you up to speed about ground situation in Lebanon, in Beirut, where Hezbollah headquarters were earlier bombed, and Nasrallah was also killed by Israel. It hasn't stopped. Look at this. This is the latest visual. The dark smoke that's bellowing out of one of the buildings, it looks like, has been struck. We'll try and get more clarity on that. Now, there appears to be traffic plying. This is a busy residential hub, but it appears to be a very specific, precise strike, and then there is smoke coming out of one of these buildings, and that has engulfed the area over the busy suburban, busy residential civilian areas. And therefore, I want to immediately go across to India Today's Ashraf Wani, who's at this location right now. Ashraf, good morning. Can you tell us more about these images that are coming out? What kind of buildings, what is happening, and does that mean Israel continues to strike even now in areas in Beirut?
Absolutely, Pooja. The Israeli defensive forces are continuously targeting the south suburbs, but now what they have changed. A few hours back, they issue a map and the location of the building, and then by the social media means, also here in the Beirut, pass on the message that this building is the Hezbollah location and it will be targeted. So civilians are asked to leave as soon as possible from that area. This process was started on 8th of October 2023 by IDF in the Gaza. Now it seems that they are repeating it here in the Beirut. Still only the suburbs of Beirut, which is believed as a stronghold of the Hezbollah, that is being targeted. Yesterday, 8 attacks were carried out in the suburb South Beirut, and today, since the night, it is the third one about which you are talking. We will share more visuals about the specific targets made by the IDF and the Air Force of Israel to target these installations. But they are very massive attacks. When any missile hits these multi-story buildings here, it completely destroys that particular floor, which is on target, and at even many cases, whole building collapses with these aerial strikes here in the Beirut. So already, this, as you said, the suburb, the South Beirut, is the very densely populated part of the Beirut city, and no doubt it is the stronghold of the Hezbollah. But during last 1 month, most of the people, particularly after the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, most of the civilians have vacated this area, and also the people
that,
are
Ashraf,
in the
tell us about that. You've been bringing reports from the borders, Lebanon, Syria, and how even people are being seen boarding boats to Turkey. Tell us about that. Is there a massive displacement happening? No safe shelters, no bunkers, Ashraf?
Yes, absolutely, Pooja. So far, the reports what we are getting is that 2 million people have already displaced from the Lebanon, most of them from the South Lebanon, then from the South Beirut. And there is a very tough battle going on between the IDF and uh, uh, the Hezbollah in the south part of Lebanon, where Israel on Monday started the ground invasion, in which so far 8 Israeli soldiers had been confirmed killed by the Israel itself, and more than 30 are injured. So very heavy clashes going on there between Hezbollah as well as between the uh, ground troops of the Israel. And also now people think that probably this war is going to escalate, and they are moving to the safer locations, as you mentioned, towards the Syria. But Syria is not also safe. There are some parts of Lebanon where no aerial strikes had been taken by the IDF. Those are now the prime locations where these displaced people move, including Tripoli. That is one of the coastal cities in the east. There are people going out, and those who can afford, as you said, are moving towards the Turkey, towards the other parts of the Gulf. Because here also, when those people who all come to earn something in the Beirut are local people who do the routine business. There is not any kind of business now remaining for them, and that is why the people prefer, for the safety as well as for their earnings, to leave Lebanon as soon as possible.